Hey guys, it's me, Christina Marie. Let's see if they're kissable. Oh, they're kissable. They're kissable. Yes, they are. I would recommend putting it on, letting it dry, then putting it on more. Hey guys, it's me, Christina Marie. Yes, are you wondering what today's video is about? Let me just tell you. It is about lip color, matte lip color. Yes, it is. Okay, and we're also going to be yes, and believe it or not, these are all the ones that I am testing out for you guys today. So we're going to be reviewing the Rimmel Stay Matte. Yeah, I'm going on and on and on. And this is black. You saw that. I think you saw that at the beginning, at the intro of the video. But we are going to be testing out the Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Lacquer. And yes, I am beating up my lips today just for you guys. I'm putting all of these on my lips to see what they actually look like. I hate when people just swatch on your arm and you're like, well, I want to see what it looks like on the lips, because if you look like me or you're a similar skin tone or something, you're kind of like, well, if it looks good on her, it's probably going to look good on me. Okay, right? Am I right? Yeah. Okay, so I am testing all of these out on my lips. Yes, I'm beating my lips today just for you guys. But while I'm doing that, we're also going to be testing out these Almay. This is like, let me just show you really quick before we jump to the video. Look at this. Yes, it's white, right? And it's like, I'm going to do a magic trick. Do you see it? You see it now. Now check it out. I'm going to rub it. Whoa, bam, and it is gone. Yes. So we are testing out this as well on the skin. Look at this. Look, like, boom, it just disappears. So does it look good on the skin? Do I have any complications? I'll let you guys know. So I'm testing out this is called My Best Light. It's Smart Shade Skin Tone Matching Foundation by Almay with the pressed powder that comes with it. That doesn't come with it. It's next to it. It's the 100 Pale My Best Light Pale. This is just the pressed powder, no shine. Also, we're doing an eyebrow gel and testing out their wipes as well. Is this stuff good? I will let you guys know my final thoughts and opinions at the end of the video. But just so you know, I'm actually going to be doing half of my face in this foundation and then half of my face in this foundation. Then we're going to wear it for a while and we're going to test it out. And then I'll give you guys my final thoughts and opinions, because this sucker has been around forever. This is one of my holy grails. This Almay TLC is like glue to paper. I have never, ever, not once had complications with this foundation. But this is brand new. Not brand new. It's been in the store for a few months. We're going to test it out right now. Let's go ahead and just roll on over to that video. Okay, now when I tell you guys my lips are going to take a beating, they are going to take a beating, because we're going to do all of these lipsticks. And there is a black lipstick in here. Let's start off with the lightest to the darkest. This here is in the number 708 Mawa. Beautiful nude. What do you think? And you know what? Maybe my lips aren't going to take a beating because they have a velvet to them and they're not drying. It doesn't feel dry. So before it dries, I'm going to go ahead and jump on over to the next color. Really nice and creamy. We're going to go with the 706 Raw Embrace. This one actually looks a little bit lighter. Now this looks like my foundation color, obviously. But I feel like if you were a little bit more tanned than I am, this would look really good as a nude. Go with the next 707 Raw Kiss. So this one's very peachy, but it also looks kind of funny on the lips. Like it's not going on with a smooth consistency of covering like evenly. And the consistency is smooth, don't get me wrong. I said that wrong. It's just not covering the lip evenly. So you can see like it's not here. It's like little lines there. It's kind of broken up. The next nude is 720 Mocha. And that is a beautiful nude. We got 700 Be My Baby. Be My Baby, a nude with like a peach undertone. Go to 709 Strapless. Beautiful, soft, neutral pink. We're going to go with 100 Pink Bliss. Beautiful pink color. 110 Blush. .210 Roses and Shine. Rose and Shine. .200 Pink Blink. $860 Trust You. $840 Pitch Black. So $840 Pitch Black is kind of patchy. Let's see others. You have to put on quite a bit. I would recommend putting it on, letting it dry, then putting on more. 500 Fire Starter. Ooh. That is a beautiful color. And I think the consistency on each one is a little different because this one is perfect. Okay, so I did notice that you have to use this little applicator to get the maximum pigmentation on your eye, because let me kind of show you with the brush. So here's a brush. I'm gonna go with the lid shade and check this out. Let me dip it again. You'll see how much I dip it. That's a lot, right? Not very much. And you get this little applicator, you rub it, check it out. It is a lot more pigmented. Go with under the eyebrow color. Okay guys, so this is what the eyeshadows look like when they are completed. I will say that, this is in the color 050 Everyday Neutrals. That's what it looks like. Every single one of these palettes I'm using, and I'll show you pictures. I'm gonna show you the pictures right now of each palette that I have used. Every one of those pictures, every one of those pictures, every one of those eyeshadow palettes, I kind of like, you have to dip so much. And it's like, they're so powdery without that much pigmentation that you have to dip, constantly dip, and then build and build and build. So I guess if you're that type of person that wants to get an eyeshadow palette or a trio, just one that you're like, well, I'm scared to do makeup. I want something that's really light in pigmentation that I can build and build and build, then do that. This one just, I feel like, it's just harder than what a lot of companies make nowadays. So let's go ahead and just jump on over now to the foundation, the magic foundation. Check it out. Yeah. That is the foundation. Oh, if you guys want to know the color, this is in 100 Pale. Look at that. Look at that. So you're supposed to apply it either with a brush or your finger. I'm going to apply it with a brush, and then I'm going to use my finger. Your finger is supposed to, from me fiddling with it, your finger is supposed to make it turn to the color of your skin. I'm going to use the brush just so, and I understand why they did this, why they made it white, because it makes, look at this. So like if that was regular foundation, look how many spots I would have missed, right? So it gives you the opportunity to make sure that you get in every little nook and cranny, and that the consistency is even. So you guys can see that's even, but it's streaky right there. That's fine, because I'm going to go back in with my finger and I'm going to heat it up. I look totally crazy. I know I look totally crazy. Like I'm just running out the door with a bunch of sunscreen on my face, right? That's what it looks like. Totally looks like that. But isn't it kind of cool at the same time that you get to see exactly where you're putting the product? And then the extra, I'm going to go down through the neck. A lot of times when you guys watch foundation videos, like you're like, okay, well, I don't see it. Yeah, you don't see it because it rubs right into the skin. It's the same color as their skin. This way, doing something like this, you actually can see where I'm putting the foundation on, how much I'm putting on, and where it's going. So let's see if it does that on the face. We have, yes, one hand has no nails, one hand has nails, but who cares? It's just the fingertips that we need to be nice and warm to warm this up. So let's try the forehead first. And let's just rub it, making sure that we have evenly distributed it. And then under the eyes. I can see where people might not like this as much, just because with me doing this, I'm kind of rubbing a little bit of the foundation off, I feel like. But this is supposed to look very, very natural on the skin. Now, I'm not rubbing like this. I'm not doing that. I'm just going like this softly on top of the skin. So this is the problem I'm seeing. I'm going to turn the camera around. Because I am the type of person that has really, really large pores. You can see my pores. You can see my pores. I almost feel like it looks white in my pores. So I'm going to get a little bit more, and then I'm going to try it with a beauty blender. But can you guys see how my pores look white? Okay, I got some more. I got my beauty blender. And I'm going to bounce. Okay, so you guys can see I added some more right here. Add some more right here. We're going to work around this area right here because this is where I have pores. Now, it is super white. Okay, guys, I'm just going to remove it and apply it again because I feel like that my primer was interfering with it. And I don't want to say a product is horrible unless I have, you know, given it a fair chance. Because, yeah, the primer I had on my face was the Tarte Face Base. So it's more of a cream consistency when it comes out. And I don't want that to be interfering with this. So I'm using the Almay micro-degradable micellar makeup removing cleansing towel. They're working. They're not my favorite. I can tell you that now. Because I can feel that they kind of irritate my skin a little bit. I normally use the Neutrogena makeup removing cloths, wipes. Those never irritate my skin. This does. Looks like a flower. So it is changing color. I feel like it only changes color when you start roughing it up, when it really gets that like push against the skin. So let's go ahead and put it on. So it is on. Now I'm gonna put this one on this side of the face. This is one of my holy grail of foundations. This is the Almay Truly Lasting Color TLC 16-hour wear makeup. It's in the color 220 neutral. This is my color. This has always matched me. Even though it looks a little bit dark, this has always blended and matched me perfectly. So I'm gonna apply it to this side of my face and see. Let's go ahead and look at the difference. You guys see that? Isn't that just beautiful? So obviously these colors don't blend together at all because I have a straight line down my face. Can you see it? Especially right here. You guys can see it on camera. But you can see how that color blends so lovely with my skin. Now, what do you think? Okay, so when I'm looking in the mirror, this one still is a little bit lighter. This one has a little bit more color to it. But I think I could wear both shades. So let's go ahead and set it. I'm going to put a little bit of color on top. I'm going to go with the Almay Pressed Powder All Set No Shine in color 100 My Best Light. So this is supposed to complement this. Never use this powder. Okay, so it's just a regular powder. Does it have a puff? Okay, so this is it. So it has the powder on top and the puff is on the bottom. And it's nice that it's an actual puff and not a plastic. But I never use the puff, so I'm actually going to use a brush. So we'll say something. Like when I put it on this side of the face, it feels like it's not sticking. And then I put it, of course, on this side of the face. And it feels like it's sticking to a wet powder. I mean, a wet foundation. Now we'll use the little puff under my eyes. To kind of push the foundation to set a little bit better. Just a little bit. And then I'll push it in those areas where I get more oil. I got a clear brow styler here. It says shapes, grooms, and fills in brows naturally. I want you guys to see what a clear brow styler looks like. This is what the packaging looks like. Check it out. So a clear brow styler typically looks like it's holding your brows down and wet to me. That's at least how I feel. It makes my brows look. You see a difference? They just look like they're more compacted together because they're laying more flat and they're wet, right? But I still will go and fill them in because I actually don't have hair in certain areas. So before that dries, I'm going to go ahead and just fill it in. If you don't want that grouchy look, just take any concealer, put it on a brush, or get a concealer brush like this. It's a concealer and a brush all in one. And just take off that corner right there. You see how I took off that corner? Go and take off the other corner. And I don't want them exactly like that, so I'll go and just shape it out a little bit, make it a little bit more curved. And instantly, see? I'm not going to look mad. I'm going to look more softened. Look at that. So when they're pointed at the ends there, your makeup will make you look like you're angry. And when you take off that corner, it just kind of softens everything. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to put some blush and stuff on. I'll be right back. So this is the pressed powder that I used in 100 My Best Light. And I also have the finishing powder here, Almay Loose Finishing Powder in 100 Pale as well. I'm going to use this to kind of downplay my highlighter a little bit because I think it's a little bit too bling blingy. Now I will say that this powder here, the loose powder, is one of my holy grails. Like, this powder is amazing. It's super, super finely milled. And it kind of just blends and melts into the skin. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but this is how I set my makeup. I put my glasses on because I don't want my false eyelashes to fall down when they get wet. And this kind of protects my lashes. I'm putting a lot on because I feel like I have a lot more powder than normal. But if you guys know me, I normally put a lot on anyways. There we go. Then what I will do is I will take my setting spray, whatever setting spray it is, and I will spray it on my beauty blender. And I will do this under the eye. Look up and just pat it. Because sometimes you can put too much powder there and you don't want it to look creasy. And this kind of just rehydrates the eye and that area right there. If you feel like the powder is, or the spray and the powder are still like sticking on your facial hair. I don't know if you guys can see I have facial hair. I will go and I will just bounce this to kind of push it all together and to melt away that powder. And look, you don't see it anymore. So I think it looks good, but I think there is a huge difference. I think this one's brighter. This one's not as bright. But we will see which one lasts all day. Okay, guys, so this is about 2 hours later wearing the foundation. And I'm going to say, honestly, like, this TLC makeup, the TLC is my holy grail. It has never done me wrong. It has laid on my skin like glue to paper. It is amazing. But I really, really, truly think that this pressed powder kind of made it look cakey. I've never had this issue with my foundation ever. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, it's really like, it's super heavy looking and it's super cakey. And I don't know why that is. Okay, I'm not going to say cakey. I'm going to take that back. It's extremely full coverage, but super heavy at the same time. Now this one over here, like, this looks so good in my studio lights, like the lighter one, which I think that it's a little bit too white. Honestly, I feel like if you were to see me in person, like, it looks great on camera. But if you were to see me in person, honestly, it looks like I took a sunscreen and put it on my skin and put a little bit of makeup over it, you know, or a good amount of foundation over it. It still has that tint of white. And I don't know, for some reason, I mean, you can see just looking at it, it looks like all of this area is highlighted. So it looks better on camera because typically this is where you would put a lighter powder anyways to highlight. But like when you look here and here and here, like, it is very, very white still. And I thought it had, I mean, maybe this is the color it's supposed to be. This is what it warmed up to be. But, you know, guys, as you saw, I try products all the time and I try them multiple times sometimes So I can really say, like, I really tried this. I didn't just throw it on, give you like a quick review and blah, blah, blah. Like, no, I really try it because I don't want a product to fail. Obviously, I don't want to be one of those YouTubers that's like, this is a fail and this sucks and blah, blah, blah. Like, I really tried so hard to get this foundation to work. And I feel that it just doesn't look, it looks like the color is off, yes. But not only that, it kind of like, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you guys, like right over here, it kind of looks like, I don't know how to even explain it. Like if I'm comparing my temple to my temple, this temple looks like I have texture. It looks like I still have powder on top of it, kind of. But it just, the foundation just looks funny to me. Let me zoom you guys close in. Let's see if I can get it on camera. I don't know if you guys can tell, like right here, how it just like, it looks textured. So if you look here, even here, it looks like I still have, I don't know. It looks like it's like flaking off, almost like, oh, interesting. When I did that and I barely touch on my face, it actually comes off on my finger, if you can tell. Can you see that? But it almost looks like little flakes of white that are coming off. I don't know if you can really see the details, but we come over here and we look at the finish of this one, the TLC, and I do that really softly, and I have no foundation. And I have foundation. Look at that. Barely pushed. Look, I pushed the same amount, right? No foundation, foundation. Like, let me wipe my fingers clean again. Like, that is just absurd. Same pressure, right? Look at this. Look how much foundation came off. And this one, barely any. And that's me pushing against the skin. This is just 2 hours later. And you can see all of the foundation. From this one, that's from that one. Like, and you can tell, like, look, like, to me, I can see a straight line of white right here. Can you see what I'm talking about? This looks more like skin. And this just looks so, I don't know, off in color, but like sunscreen looking still. Okay guys, so final thoughts and opinions. The lipsticks I think are so comfortable. My lips are a little bit numb though, because I was rubbing and wiping them off so much using the Makeup Removing Wipes by Almay here. But they do feel a little numb and cold, which is weird. But the lipsticks, look, not sticky. Not sticky at all. Does it feel drying? No. Is it matte? 100%. Look at this. No shine at all off my lips. This is a stunning, stunning color. Anyways, guys, as far as the Smart Shade Skin Tone Matching Makeup in 100 Pale, like, I think it's a little too pale. This is My Best Lights by Almay. I'm just going to say no. You saw the complications, and I know it's ridiculous that I'm giving it a fail because I've only been wearing it for like 2.5 hours. But for me to have this much complications and for it to wipe off, barely touching it, imagine if you're wearing a mask, like your nose is going to be completely wiped off. You're going to have a line across your face. No, no, no. When it came to this one that I opened up, the eyeshadow, this is just really real brows in clear Almay brow styler. Honestly, I mean, you can see my brows. Let me feel them. They feel like they don't really feel like hard, but they feel like they have a soft gel in them. I didn't think it was something to rave about. It didn't really do anything. I feel like, I think like you could get a small gel and just like put it on your brows. I just put it back in the packaging so you guys can see what it looks like at the store. As far as this the pressed powder. And mind you guys, these two are supposed to go together. This is the pressed powder 100 My Best Light Pale. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I think it made my makeup look so much more heavy. Now, I will say the Almay No Shine at All. This is in 100 Pale Almay Loose Finishing Powder. This is amazing. This is milled so beautifully. It is amazing, amazing on the skin. And this has been a holy grail of mine for a long time. You know, even Tati reviewed this a long time ago and she loved it. I remember that. Almay TLC. It is still my holy grail, guys. I know I will stand by this bottle right here. This formula is amazing. You guys can see, like, I even swiped my finger on it. Barely any came off. This stuff, I've never had any issues ever with it. Besides today that I think the powder made it look, the pressed powder made it look too packed on, too cakey. What did you guys think of the lipsticks? I thought they were soft. I thought they were creamy. My lips, I know that they took a beating, and I can feel that my sensation's coming back. But look at that. Let's see if they're kissable. Oh, they're kissable. They're kissable. Yes, they are. These formulas, and I used to like royally hate mattes. I would royally hate mattes because they like made your lips look older. They were too drying. They were too just everything. And I just didn't like it. I love this formula. Love, love, love. And I hope you love it too. I think I got everything that I reviewed in the video. Oh yeah. The wipes, just, you know, and I don't have like super sensitive skin. This is just, it's too much. It has too much of something in it. And it's not alcohol. I would have assumed it would have been alcohol. It's not alcohol. I don't know what it is in this formula. It just irritates my skin, especially when I was doing it on the lips so often. But I wiped off my foundation, what, like 2 times? And it irritated my skin. So Almay, like, I love you and I hate you. Sorry to say. Rimmel Stay Matte, like, I think these are absolutely amazing. Most of them have the same consistency. There was just like 1 or 2 that don't. Like the black, you have to put on multiple layers. I would honestly just let it dry and then put on another layer. I mean, come on. Black is really hard to formulate. And one of the ones that looked like it was peachy, that was the only one that, those were the only 2 that gave me problems. I think this looks amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, got some stuff out of it. Let's go ahead and just roll on over to the quote of the day. Mwah! You see no lipstick. I love you all. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. Let's go ahead and just roll on over to the quote of the day. I'm Christina Marie. I'm out. Bye. So this quote is by Joel Osteen, and I'm going to put my little spin on it. He says, if you keep honoring God, you won't have to go out there looking for the right person, looking for the right partner, looking for the right job, looking for that company to hire you. If you keep honoring God, God will bring those people to you. God will put you first. He will put those people in your life. If you keep doing the right thing, then He's going to answer your prayers. He's going to be your blessing. He is your blessing already, but He's going to put more blessings in your life. So that is a quote that is twisted a little bit with my input from Joel Osteen. I hope you guys enjoyed the quote of the day.